my friends. Welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode is On Time God. Many times we may feel like God has let us down because our perspective can lead us down that road. Emotions of our situation overrides our knowledge of God. Like Mary and Martha, they were upset with Jesus because Lazarus had died and he waited until the fourth day to show up. It seemed too late, but God needed to receive the glory out of the situation. There was no doubt that Jesus had power to raise the dead. People needed to know this because they needed to know that he could raise himself again. It wasn't that he was being malicious and withholding healing. There was a bigger perspective to be known by people experiencing Lazarus being raised from the dead. Look at all the miracles. If the children of Israel had not been to the point that they were boxed in, God could not have used the situation to destroy their enemy. The same with the 3 Hebrew men that were thrown in the fiery furnace. They stood for their God, and there was no doubt among the people whose side they were on. By them being thrown into the fiery furnace, it showed the people the power of God. If he had saved them before they were tossed into the fire, the people would not have come to know the real God. They saw how hot the fire was because the men that tossed them into the furnace died. God was on time even though they were thrown into the fire. The same way with Daniel. God could have saved him before the lion's den, but then the people would not have seen the power of our God. We go to God in prayer and ask him to use us for his glory. We want to make a difference in the world around us. We have lost loved ones and friends that need to know the God of the Bible. Sometimes we as Christians need a deeper understanding of who he is, and we pray, "Oh God, use me for your glory." Then when the trials come that can show others how great our God is, we're screaming, "Oh God, don't let me get thrown into the fiery furnace. Don't let the enemy overtake me at the Red Sea. Don't let me be put in the lion's den." We don't want to be uncomfortable. We don't always understand why things happen, but we can be sure God has a reason to allow all the battles in our life. I watched a family member walk through a battle with cancer. It was scary and faith testing, not only for them, but for the whole family. I still don't understand why it happened, and I may never know, but I do know that it increased the faith of our entire family. God has blessed us with them still being with us and growing stronger every day. They are cancer-free, and I am so grateful. We may not always understand what God is doing or why he has allowed things to happen, but we can trust that he knows what he's doing. He sees the big picture of what we've asked him. When we surrender to his plan, like Daniel or the 3 Hebrew men, we do not know what he will do with our lives. This is why we have to learn to trust him. If they had not spent alone time with God and had trust in him, they would have caved. They would have denied their God and given in to a false narrative to save their lives. We need to have a resolve, a deep determination to stand for Jesus. Before the test comes, we need to know that he is an on-time God. He will never allow more in our lives than we can handle. We often have a deeper faith than we think. We will look at someone else in their fiery trial and admire their strength, not feeling like we could overcome what they are going through. Let me tell you a secret. If the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives within you, you have the strength. We do not always feel like it or even know it's there, but when that strength is needed, it will rise up in us. I know this because my God says he will never leave me nor forsake me. He will give me strength in the times of trouble. Psalms 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, and ever-present help in trouble. We can trust that he will do what he has promised. When we find ourselves in the middle of a situation that we really need God to move, we need to hold on to the knowledge that he is always right on time. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a good weekend.